Good day, guys. Hope you're good. Welcome. It's been a while since we had a live session, so I thought let's plug in and have a quick one. So, top of the chart, you see I've got cells on C500. I've got a cell on C300. So, the one on C300, looking at this setup like this. I'm looking for a potential baseline bounce to confirm my sell actually. So you see I've got a sell limit which is about to activate here. So if I can get price coming back around this area, then I will look forward to scaling for a possible drop to the 200 EMA or a drop to around 39.65. So that's a 100 pip drop from where the price currently is. So let's see how that plays out. I'll go deeper into it just now. Excuse me. When we look at the multi-time frame analysis, C5, I'm looking for a reversal after this strong push up from yesterday. Looking to trade the retracement. So this could potentially be a retracement for a continuation up, or it could be a reversal or a push down. So I'm looking to trade either one of those two. So let's see how that goes. So going into multi-time frame analysis, we're going to start with C300. Starting with the daily, we are bullish. So also on this one, we're trading a retracement. And just something to note, if you're trading a retracement, depending with the momentum which the market has, sometimes those retracements don't really play out. So that's one other thing you should know. So going to H4, okay, you can see price is just tapped this level here. $40.95. That's the level. That's H4. Let's just quickly check H3. So remember also when we're trading C300, we are quick to cut, right? Because this one can quickly eat up on your capital. So we get that tap into that zone there, and we're anticipating that push down. So on H1, we got price just taking out liquidity on top here. Initially, we had this doji here, first sign of reversal. Then they extended that high and they just popped into it here. So I am still, as long as this current high of today is not taken out, I'm still looking forward to sell at a retracement there, potentially into this zone or into this order block or around 39.65. That's my target if the sell does play out. So going down to a smaller time frame, M30, you can see we've got a bit of a pattern forming here. So I think I'll actually hold on to this and see what they do, especially on the zone where they are currently. We already see a BOB on M15 baseline bounce here, and they close below the 13 EMA, and this is an M pattern, bearish engulfing. Looking at this as a retracement to that push and potential move down. Let's see. I want to see if I can run a fib here. So if you run a fib on the bodies of the candles, we are approaching 61.8. We are approaching 61.8. So we're two positions. Once we break this low here, from my view, the setup will be valid. Once we get something like this, price should actually come to 39.65. But if they extend this high, then that could be another pattern forming at the top here, and it would be a different scenario from the setup which I currently have. So we'll just wait on to that one, see what they do there. C500s, I'm going to scale in another position. So let me actually check on my phone because there's something called hedging. Sometimes it's always good to hedge a losing trade with a winning trade. So I just want to confirm something quickly here. Okay, I'm happy with C3. I've already scaled in. So going to M15. This is the setup I have. So I just see that I also have like a BOB here, which is this a retracement, and I'm anticipating a push down. If we happen to come below the 50 EMA and below this level here, then I'll still scale in and I'll look forward for price to come around yesterday's high, which is around 32.85. Potentially come to 32.65 as well, which is around this area. But we'll see. But for now, again, it's a short-term trade. Based on my view, it's short-term. Those are the two active setups I've got at the moment. So I'm just strictly monitoring this one. So if this one is not playing out, I would close C3 and actually open the same lot size position on C500. That's actually how I hedge. So whatever loss I'll be having here, if C5 plays out, then the loss which would have closed here on C300 will be recovered. So let's see what they do. 1310. 3168. We are in the zone, so let's see what they do. Looking at these, it's my last zone. Once we break this zone here, then I'll quickly cut loss there. I won't really be interested in this setup anymore. For now, I'll focus on C500. So let's see what happens on these setups. Let's see what happens. See, 1000 literally dropped from yesterday. I don't think I shared this particular setup, but I was active on this on more or less the same pattern, and it dropped nicely. And it's just been dropping since then. So today I don't have anything solid on it yet. Okay, so let's see what C300 wants to do. Okay, B5, I've been watching this level here. Earlier, I was thinking they could do this, but as you can see, they didn't give any close above, and it seems like they want to extend today's lows. So if they do continue to push down, I'll only be waiting for them around this area here, around this zone here. So it's from today's what, Thursday, from Tuesday's lows and yesterday's lows. That's my zone. So if I do get a pattern later here, I'll be looking for buys there. B1000, I noticed they played early hours when we were sleeping. So for now, they sort of look bearish and sort of sideways at the same time. So I'm still just waiting to see what they want to do. If you notice, I put a zone here. I was waiting to see if they hold this level. If they do come above here, then I'll be looking for buys back up to these highs here, which was also a target yesterday, but we ended up scaling up here, scaling out here. So we'll see if they can form a pattern here. If not, we'll just wait for them later and I'll update in the group. Jayton, I've got nothing this week. I don't think I'm trading it. For now, it looks bullish. So the only thing I can say is I see a zone here and I see a zone here. This is H4. So those are points of interest for potential buys. If broken, then we sell. But I don't think I'm really active on it this week. V250, we had a setup here. I'm not sure if people caught buys and we had a failed M. This is setup we spoke about and price actually started pushing up. So for now, I feel like they could be bearish intraday, that is. So I still want to see how they handle this area. If they do this, then I look forward to sales, but I also want to pay attention to today's highs to see what happens here. So for now, I don't have anything here. I'll only have something maybe if they come back up here or if they come around the zone. That's when I'll be looking forward for a setup. So I'll just wait and see. So quickly going back to C3, sort of promising to give us something there. So let's wait. C500, let's see. We just need a move. If we can get 20 pips will be fine on this particular setup. But we're also paying close attention to it. But I feel like they will play out. So I've got sells on C500, anticipating a drop here based on the pattern I'm looking at. Sells on C500 as long as this zone holds where the price currently is. As long as they don't break above here, I'm interested. But if they break here, then I'll close. Then I'll see maybe how they act out here. But for now, this is my setup. I'm looking forward for sales. Though again, it's short term. So I'm looking for 50 to 100 pips here, or for price to just hit stop loss. Then C500 is my other trade. So I'm just going to leave my charts on what I'm currently active on at the moment. Let's see how that goes. So again, if C500 takes us out, and if C500 is looking good, we're going to scale in more positions on C5. So let's see how that goes. So C300, it's also an early entry there. Remember, it's just a retracement which we are trading. So chances of it not playing out are actually high, which makes it a low probability trade for now. But soon as we come below the zone, it will become high probability. I think same applies with C500. Okay, we're in motion. I'm going to scale in 3 positions. The reason I'm scaling in 3 positions, I'm preparing to cut loss here. So the lot size I'm going to use should allow me to recover what I've lost here and still be able to book a profit with my positions here. So it's more of hedging. We are hedging this trade with this one. So let's see how that goes. The only reason I don't like C3 is because if it goes into drawdown, it sort of moves fast. Let's say, for example, I think the smallest lot size you can open here is 0.5. So if it moves against you 25 pips, um, let's see, if it moves against you 50 pips, that's already $25. So that's the reason I don't really like trading it unless it's already in motion. So these early entries are a bit tricky, but once you find it trending and in motion, it's very easy to also quickly get paid because it also moves fast. So let's see how it goes. It looks like it's respecting the zone. So I still need it to close below here to be more comfortable with the trade. C5 also promising, but I'll be stalking it because yesterday I remember we almost had like the same pattern, but it refused to play out. If you see yesterday, this was our setup here. So price actually came down, broke a zone, came back, retested. So here you can see that's where I started to actually sell. I sold again here, sold again here. And when I saw them going sideways, I was like, you know what? If they do get here, I'll actually scale out. I think I even advised it on group. Like, soon as they get here, we're going to scale out because I was feeling like these guys could potentially just continue going sideways or go up. So I ended up cutting loss on this trade. But they started continuing to play around here. I cut loss. So just be mindful that because if price is in a strong uptrend, this pattern we have might not hold. So as much as we can get excited for scaling in or hedging, just know the negative side of the good side. So you should know your risk. Where are you anticipating to actually cut loss? So this particular setup, if price does come back above these highs, around 33.26, 33.30 area, or just around these highs, I will be cutting my loss. But again, if they do come here, I can look forward for scaling out here. Then I'll see if they want to continue. Then I can still trade this part. So that's my current view there. I don't know, bro. Do you have any questions there? These are my only 2 trades for now. Yesterday, B1, I'm sure you saw what B1 did. B1 was just something else. You can see what they did here. Even with the patterns I had, what I was looking at, I was like, you know what, these guys look like they want to come down. Then I started doubting it. Then as soon as we cut lows here, they push up. So small accounts, I don't think small accounts were able to hold because my other smaller one account I also closed. So today, looking at this now, they can potentially play out. But again, I want them to close above this red line first. The setup looks perfect because we're reacting from the previous day's highs. We are reacting around today's lows right here. So what I want is for price to sort of break here to show me they want to come up, possibly retrace, and then I'll be entering buys, looking forward to take profit at the top here. That's my current view of B1000 right now. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I don't know if you've got any other question, bro, because I think I'll be ending this session soon. C5 looks like it's playing out, but C300, I mean, this is for only accounts which are $100 and above. Let's see. What about C1000? Okay, let me quickly go back to C1000. C1000, it had a sell yesterday. B1000, it sort of frustrated me in such a way that I didn't update it in the group. I was just focusing on this, and I actually ended up catching it because I had a pattern yesterday and it dropped. They broke here, came back, retested, continued dropping even today. So for today, I don't have anything solid since they've been dropping for the most part. So I'm still not sure how far the retracements might come. Uh, but you can just try to look around this zone here. You see where where yesterday's lows are. If you can just put a zone there. Yesterday's lows, I'll say, is this value. So if price retraces to around 58.78, if they retrace to around 58.78 area, you can also see that we've got like order blocks here, and we've got order blocks here, we've got order blocks here. So this would be my point of interest here. If they give a pattern here, then I'll be looking forward for sales. But at the moment, I don't have anything. So this, I'll probably update it later in the day. That's my current view for C1000. C3 looks like it's playing out. Let me just check it on my phone. So the last position was at 40.67, so it has moved about 40 pips. So I'll be looking forward to closing it soon. I don't really want to hold it yet because the trend is still up, so I don't really want to hold it yet. But as you can see, it's currently in 40 pips of profit. So we can potentially push to the 100 pip target, which I mentioned. V250S, I don't have anything solid on that one as well. But let me quickly talk about it. So V250, we've been bullish. You remember last week I told people to mark this zone here, but what I was anticipating was price to actually do like a double bottom type pattern and potentially get into this zone within the bigger zone. But I realized that they actually rejected off the zone and they started pushing up. So now, like what I said earlier, I'm looking at this zone here, which is on yesterday's lows, and I'm looking at today's highs. Those are my two zones, and I'll only trade from those zones. So if I can get price coming up here on today's highs and rejecting, then I'll be looking for sales. If I get price coming and breaking today's highs, then I'll be looking to scalp a buy and targeting these highs here from yesterday. If we do respect today's highs and form a pattern, then I'll be looking forward to scalp a sell. Then if we come to yesterday's lows, same thing. If we get like a W pattern, I'll be looking forward to buy. The reason I'm saying this is because if you notice, price is still trading within yesterday's range. This is yesterday's highs. This is yesterday's lows. So that's a range right there. So we're still within that range. So anything here for me won't be too solid. Right? I want to trade my trade either from this area or from this area. So if we break here, we're potentially coming to this area. Then if we reject, we're potentially coming back to this area. Then if we come and respect this area, we're coming back up to this area and potentially to this area. That's my trade basis. So I'm just trying to keep it simple. As long as we are within yesterday's range, there's nothing too solid at the moment, but these areas here will be my points of interest. So just mark on H1. If you're on H1, just mark the week bottom week, which is the low, and the candlestick body, mark that into a zone. Then the top week and the candlestick body, mark that into a zone. Then we're just going to wait for price to get to that area. Then we'll see what patterns we are going to get. That's how we are approaching it. That's how I'm approaching it personally. Because anything within here can go either way. So it's always best to wait and see what price wants. So yeah, I think that's it from me today. I'll just wait to see if these guys can potentially. I need a retracement. All right, you welcome, bro. I need a retracement here and a potential continuation to the projected TP. But at the same time, I don't want this trade to turn back into a loss. Then C500, I'm still looking at it for sales, especially also looking at how M30 is about to close within the next 2 minutes. So I would say C500 is also a trade to be paying attention to. And I'll be looking forward to scaling again. As soon as we break the last sell candle on M5, I'm going to scale in. As soon as we close below that candle there, I'm going to scale in. So anything on 33, it's around 33.16. Let's say 33.15. As soon as I get a close below 33.15, I'm scaling in, and I'm looking forward to reach at least 32.95. That will give a 20 pip drop. This will be a 20 pip drop, and I'll be scaling in, scaling out anyway around here. So that's my view there on C5, and that's together with C3. That's my only active trades for now. So yeah, I hope today's session is helpful. If I do have any setups, especially on B1, I will advise. But when you trade B1, if it's a small account, just be careful. When you trade it, just always use 0.20 and start with one position. Only add after they move into profit. That's when you can add another position. And it's if it's looking like it's really pushing, then you can add another position to have 3. That's for small accounts. Until you get to $100, just keep your position on 0.2 with a maximum of 3 positions. Then when you get account to 100 plus, then you can start using 0.30 if you want, or you can stick to this and still continue to grow. So that's my views for today. Yeah, we'll see. So I hope this one doesn't disappoint me. I'm trying to pay more attention to C500 because it's been on a bit of a strong bullish move, but H1 is showing me a retracement at least. So I'm selling that retracement there. So I hope this session was helpful. I'll still be updating the signals in the group. Thank you so much for making time to join as well. I think I'll also share this on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, always make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. All right. Thank you so much. Good trading.